Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we saw a lot of expansion in Europe, Asia, and Africa, as well as North America. We also saw the pr- parts of the African Union that broke away, that had a country they wanted to join up with their country. Um, we saw over in Asia, the Korean Union split apart. Um, I still have the same color it was right here. Oh, um, and that's just a new country. Um, I just used the same color because, and then also Korea's colony broke out, or didn't really break away, but was like given independence, and South Korea is the one who owns the colony over in North America now. The last major thing we saw happen was in the alliance layer. We saw one, the formation of a new alliance, and two, a lot of people joining up with a different alliance. I also said in the last episode I would add alliances to um country whatchamacallit, country colonies. I didn't end up doing that. My bad. But anyway, let's get started in this episode. And to start off the episode, we see the brown team accidentally, or not the brown team, we see the Dutch team accidentally, or as they claim, accidentally, sending troops up into Sweden. And as you can see here, Sweden is a member of the Circle Alliance. Denmark is a member of the Square Alliance, which now both are similar to NATO, attack one, attack all kind of alliance. So basically, Denmark just activated both alliances, and the alliances have a very great reach, and this now means this is World War I, mostly focusing in Europe, but also we'll we'll have some stuff going on in the Middle East, also in East Asia. East Asia is where things get really bad for a certain country. But let's more started. Denmark being the fourth strongest in the world right now. Yep, is going to absolutely demolish the Lime team. So that's gone, and it's having some troops still up in these areas. They will invade into parts of here of the Baltic Empire. They they will start a small invasion along the coast that is already getting close to the capital, and they'll start their big invasion down into Poland, once again capturing the Polish capital. But this isn't the only fighting we see happening, as this bright yellow team will get in on this invasion of Poland. Um, they're being funded by Denmark. They had a lot of brown team troops here. Just realized the brown team capital's still here. Bye bye, brown team capital. What layer is it on? Ah, okay. Bye bye, brown team. Alliance thing. Uh, but we also see this yellow countries for somehow be able to make a small invasion, right? Or a small invasion into uh, the purple team. And the purple team is number 6. Higher than that. But we see why the purple team isn't responding quite yet to this. Is they are absolutely demolishing the both the they're demolishing both Sicily and Greece. We see another country joining in on the invasion of Poland, this time being the Farmers Union. And Poland, it's just not going good for you. And similar to how the purple team was, they'll also make an invasion. Similar how to the yellow team was, they'll make a small invasion into the purple team. But unlike how the yellow team was, they'll also make an invasion into Yugoslavia. We also see Greece make an invasion into Yugoslavia, and theirs goes much better than the Farmers Union does, as they're able to capture the capital almost the entirety of it. But right now, fighting is just between the circle and square alliances. Until the red team makes another mistake, same one as last time, and they send troops into another red team, the Wolfed Empire, run by me. I don't know why I'm invading into the green team. I would know better. But, um, yeah, invasion, also, invasion of the yellow team. They're pretty much gone. There. But, yeah. So this invasion of the green team activates the Triangle Alliance, which means the square alliances that were the Triangle and Circle alliances. So what's the Fit Empire gonna do? Invade the blue team, of course. Once again, or not once again, but finally, instead, capturing the capital. And if I look at power rankings, yeah, they're not in blue team, not even in the top 20. Wolfed Empire is number 1, so that's definitely not good at all. Long story short, you don't want to mess with the Wolfed Empire. Um, next we see uh the Dark Moon country get in on this, and of course we see the purple team get in on this. Of course, this wouldn't be a world war if it was all in Europe and a little bit in Asia. And by Asia, I mean the Middle East too. Not even that much Asia. So, of course, we have to see fighting going on over here. And we do. As the as North Korea makes an invasion into South Korea. Neither of these two countries are in the top 20 since they broke apart. But since South Korea got economically ruined, since if we look at trade routes, it, their trade route barely gets down here. A lot of the trade routes is going up in here. So they will finally get 2 buyers for their American colony. Two people who potentially will buy it. The first being Vietnam and the second being South China. Vietnam is going to offer about $100 million in today's money, and South China is going to offer about $200 million. So South Korea is obviously going to take the Vietnam offer, and this colony will go over to Vietnam. And of course, or not Vietnam, South China. And of course, Vietnam's going to be like, that colony should have been mine. I'm going to invade you now. So invade they do. And if I look at power rankings, I don't think neither of these two are in the top 20. If I had to say, South China's probably a little bit more economically better, just because they have more coastline. But Vietnam is more military better, so Vietnam is going to be able to push in. Also, something else to mention real quick. There will be fights in colonies too. Now, back over to Europe, we see French team is able to make a slight invasion to this little part of uh, Catalonia. Their main goal is to cut off Catalonia from the Bay of Biscay, but also to get the capital. So they will focus in majorly in both areas, eventually capturing the Bay of Biscay and the Catalonian capital. However, Catalonia, along with the Cyan team, are going to completely overpower the Dark Cyan team. And pretty much it's just over for the Dark Cyan team. We've already almost instantly they lose about half their, or not half, about 3/4 of their total land, maybe a bit more. But we also see that the Cyan team is invading into their colony as well. And this already is sparking independence ideas. And a large rebellion pops up in the Dark Cyan team's colony. And who would have guessed? Another large rebellion pops up in the Dark Cyan team's colony. And the rest is going to go over to the Cyan, the brighter Cyan team. As for over here, Catalonia does have the upper hand in colonies, so this will go a bit easier for them. And they'll be able to end up with something that looks like this for right now. If I were to take a look at power rankings over here, we do see that the Cyan team and Catalonia are both stronger than the French team, but because Catalonia is putting a lot of their military over in here, they're still sending ships back down to these guys over here. But eventually these troops will finally arrive, and then a small invasion, recapturing the capital. Not invasion, a small pushback, recapturing the capital, and re-meeting up with the Bay of Biscay. And then another, once again, unrelated war happening is we come down here and see Finnaderland is just going to have these guys finally say goodbye. So now Finatterland has a colony. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode, but the Diamond Alliance is kind of an alliance that wants to keep peace. But as we can see, not everyone does. So what we see happening over here is absolute betrayal. And Vietnam is just kicked out of the Diamond Alliance. And in retaliation, what's Vietnam gonna do? Invade everyone they border, of course. Very not a good idea. As pretty much everyone you border is either stronger than you or as strong as you. Only one that's weaker is this um weird thing here. I'm also gonna recolor the these colonies as this. But someone who is able to make an invasion is going to be India. So they make a very great invasion. Also being able to recapture the land of one of their allies. They'll be able to fully recapture that, and also a small bit down here, and continue their invasion of Vietnam. So yeah, we do have one active war for the Diamond Alliance. Over back in these areas here, we see Russia once again making an invasion into the Farmers Union. This isn't the first time they've done this. Probably won't ever be the last. But they make a decent invasion. However, the loss for Circle Team is Poland is just going to have to surrender over. And now we can go back over to here where we see that Yugoslavia has completely fallen over to Greece. And now Greece is even starting an invasion into the Purple Team. So the Purple Team, despite being the sixth strongest in the world, is getting beat up by probably like the 30th, maybe, the 25th, and the 22nd. I'm completely making these up. And us. Well, but they're beating up one guy down here. Not for long, though. Sicily will be able to recapture all their Italian land and make a landing back in Sicily, recapturing this, and even finally starting an invasion into Sardinia, and even making a landing in Corsica, capturing that all, and even pushing up here. Of course, Greek team is going to fight alongside this, and they will also make their invasion into Purple Team. This start red team here realizes they're cooked, but they don't border anyone that's at war with them, so they're good. However, someone who's not good is the Dark Sign team, as they are gone. They lost. They lost their colony down here. And the Cyan team is doing something weird, and they're fighting off the rebellions too. I guess they just want the whole land, but they're making advances into areas that the rebellions claimed over. Eventually, this blue rebellion here is just completely stopped. But this orange rebellion over here is fighting back better. But still, it's getting pretty bad. Somewhere else we see another European country getting cooked is over in Newfoundland, where France is almost entirely kicked out. They maintain two strong, small areas where they still have land. Up here, right here. Back over to France, though. They have lost all the land they have gained, and they're now being invaded. So now their best area where they're fighting off is going to be in North America. As their capital is captured, they lose all of their coast Atlantic or Mediterranean coastline that they had gained, and they're cooked. We see these guys here performed Italy as they just go. Yes. And these red guys here join up with the square lines, switching sides. And the pink team and Italy are not like this. So, bad move on those guys' part. As it's shown that the purple team can fight off a country. And they also don't get all that. They'll also make an invasion or push back these guys here and like they did down here, start entering their country. However, they aren't able to fully push back the Greeks or the Sicilians. Next spot is over here. We see Denmark again being able to push into Leningrad, making a siege on their capital and invading a lot of their core territories. They'll also make a naval landing here. It's water there. And they'll be able to almost fully connect them over in here. Russian forces are going to be arriving in the green team first, but they are able to push back the red team quite well. Not the red team, the Wolfed Empire. There is a different red team that I will talk about later soon. But of course, there is going to be another invasion made by the red team. If you guess it's going to be over in this dark red team, you'll probably be correct. Not probably, you are correct. And your capital's never safe, buddy. This is the third time now these guys here have had their capital captured, and the red team will also make an invasion into the gold team from both sides, capturing their capital as well. Okay. Down over here, Wolf Empire. These guys gone now. Just quick. And pretty much the war is almost over. There is one area where the circle team, not one, two areas where the circle team, no, one area where the circle team has the advantage. And that is in here. Or not much of an advantage, but like this is their stronghold. Actually, we have to also down here. But that's specific point. We do see the Russians being able to capture the capital of the Farmers Union, and the Green Team is going to finally make their first invasion. Not first invasion, but an invasion of a country here, as they'll invade into Farmers Union. They'll also make an invasion into Greece, and this is going to be a major comeback in the war, as Greece will retreat all its troops from Purple Team territory, will maintain troops in Yugoslavia, but will send troops now over to here. And this makes the recapture of Yugoslavia a lot easier. Not even a whole lot is recaptured at first, but some definitely is. The But here we see kind of a surprise. The purple team is going to make a naval landing in the green team down here. But not only this, they're going to invade into the lime team, quickly capturing all of their territory. Close this. But also invading into the cyan team, capturing their capital as well. And of course, Greece is going to join in on this. They will also invade into just the cyan team. But here, or up in here, we see a major event happen for Wolf Empire, as they were able to completely cut off this area up here from mainland Green Team, and even start a large invasion into Russia. And this is one of the biggest turnarounds that is seen here. A lot of Russian troops are fighting in the Green Team and down in Farmers Union, as well as in Baltic Empire. And a lot of these troops, I mean a lot, are withdrawn. So pretty much the entire Baltic Empire will fall. And now this opens up another front for the Square Alliance. And now Denmark is making a spearhead towards the Russian capital. So Russia is going to withdraw all troops from down in the Farmers Union. And now the Farmers Union is going to send out troops into the into Russia. Only a small amount of their troops, though. But a lot of their troops are going to be used to fight back against the Green Team. Wolf Empire is going to Wolfwood Empire is going to capture all this northern Green Team land, and also will start making more invasions into Russia. And now Russia is pretty much going to collapse. Firstly, a large blue portion breaks off right up here. We then see kind of yellower country form or break away down in here. You see a dark, you see a greenish, or like a bright, no, it's gonna be more of a dark green. Yeah, a bright green's better. It's gonna be like this. And they'll have all this land up here, and claim over all this land here. And lastly, a perfectly red team right down here. But the red team is also here. They kind of claim some of the areas that Denmark has advanced in. But yeah, Russia's collapse is what we're seeing. The, the Wolf Empire will continue their invasion into the Green Team, and the Green Team is going to surrender over. I see no point in fighting at this point. They're not really going to surrender, actually. But what we do see happening here is a world peace treaty. I mean, entire world. Um, in East Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. Okay, guys, so here we have our peace treaty. It's a rather long one, so I'm gonna go through it as fast as I can. It's not done either. Okay, well, you guys get to see the last little bit of the peace treaty. I forgot to do this area here. But it's gonna go something simple like this. And up in here, it's gonna be just simple like this. Okay, now that should be all. Alright, so then let's start off on the peace treaty. We'll start off over here with the Wolf Empire, which gains all this land up here. No, not that. They, their puppets, or my puppet state, will be gaining these lands here, and be able to just go like that. It's growing. Next, Wolf Empire will get make a puppet state here. I will get this land, this country here, and obviously these new parts that I said I'd get up here. And then gold team will get these lands back. Dark red team will get this land here back, and this weird country here is going to get this land even though they did nothing. And, like always, erase capital. Don't have a separate layer for capitals. Probably should, but and new capital for these guys, for this dark red team, is going to be right here, because it kind of has to be. They have no other major cities. Okay, I can also erase this capital down here. Over here, you actually see the green team getting some land they didn't go for. First, so first bit will be there, red team from there, and over there in that country. Next, Greece getting this land back, getting this land here, getting this land here. So this little bit here. Mm. And, and next, the purple team be getting all this land here, this land, and this land, and this land. Not sure if you guys remember, but initially, purple team didn't want to border the green team or the blue team, and now one of the biggest borders purple team has is with the green team now. Um, so these different color for all this. Back to the green team. You'll also be getting this land back. Now for the Farmers Union, who've probably got some of the most land, you'll get this, and this, as well as this bit of land here back. The purple team will be getting all this, as well as this back, and also all this. Again. Okay. They'll also be getting that back, just that back. Yugoslavia is going to get what little remains left. And they're also going to be changing their capital, now moving it up to here. So now they're more of a Bosnian country. Bosnia, Croatia. Sicily is going to be getting these parts from the purple team. And then France will be gaining this dark red country. It was here that changed sides. It's going to remain as this weird freak of nature. Catalonia is barely going to expand into the French team, just taking all their Mediterranean coastline. But they'll also expand a bit into the Cyan team here. The Cyan team also barely, you can barely see what remains. They will be left as this, which is extremely weird. And the Cyan team will be getting this. And they'll also be left as only this. Is their um entire colony is gone. The rest of it is going to go over to new orange country, which won't have any major cities. It also won't have any capitals or any major cities to make its capital. So its capital is going to be something there. Mm, Up in here, see, sign team will get all this and all this, and France will retain this, this, and this. Catalonia also gets this. The entirety of this ex-Brittany country is now owned by a colony of Finnaderland. The French team, they will be getting all this land back. Wait a minute. Egypt didn't get all their land that I was giving them in the last episode. Hold on while I fix this real quick. Even though I have other things to do this episode. Actually, I don't. But still, I'm gonna pretend like I do. Well, I do, actually. The purple team will be getting this up here, as well as these here spots. And the marine country is going to get. Here's the pixel at. There. And the blue team is going to regain all of this here. And not sure if you guys remember, there was once a mint green country that existed right in this area here. Yeah, they're now going to be up in here. Their capital, they don't have any major cities, so their capital is going to be right here. Awesome. With the purple team, you're going to completely remove the capital of the lime team and cyan team. Also, with the cyan team, they will get that back, and they don't have any major cities, despite owning a decent amount of land. Their capital is going to be right there. Nobody, hopefully, will get them. Now, over into Eastern Europe, where big mess is. To start off, though, the green team will get this land back. Russia. Let's talk about them first. They will be getting this land here, this bit up here, this, and this, as well as this back and this back. So this is what Russia looks like now. What country is right here? Poland is like Belarus. I don't know. This is a weird country here. We'll say that. I'm just gonna call them the red team. That's what I said I'd call them a while back. But And then we have this blue country here getting that. This green country here getting all this, this, and this. And then this yellowish country here is getting this and this. And if we look at major cities, each of these actually, each of these three new countries, not this one here, does still have, it does have one major city. The, this red team here has two. Lucky them. But they'll make their capital right there. Russia has theirs. Poland, or Poland. This country, the blue country is there. Green country there, and this yellow team there. Next, Denmark. They will annex this land here, this land over here, all this, and all this. They will integrate all of Sweden into their puppet state. This needs a lot of fixing up. But I'm just going to start off this right now. Okay, Denmark does also getting those two companies there. Okay. Okay. So, alright. The Baltic Empire is going to still have these lands here. They look really weird. Technically, this is an exclave. So, yeah. Oh yeah. And then this, and Russia will also retain that bit of land there. Let's go to alliances. I'm just going to erase any country that is left in alliance, or not erase the country, erase its alliance symbol. And actually, I think that red team is the only country that's going to be leaving an alliance. Okay. And how could I forget? This yellow country here. Oops. This yellow country here is going to be this. Get that back. And how could I forget this? Um, they'll get this land here. Now looking a bit better. And then the elephant in the room that I forgot. I didn't actually forget. I just didn't have its color left. Poland is going to come back as this. Capital is now going to be this city here, and their old capital is erased. And final thing this episode is actually I didn't do that piece treaty. I'm forgetting everything, aren't I? Pretty much. North Korea gets that, and South Korea retains this. Now for this mess here. Vietnam will get this bit from the colony of these guys. No more capital for those guys. And we'll also retain this and gain this. Orange team's colony is going to get or retain this. The UAE colony is going to get all of that back. I gave land over. Whoops. Okay. I think that was part of the UAE. You know what? It's just going to be Orange team now. It's just going to be Orange team now. So, it's okay, that India get this and I don't know if this was Orange team, but it's just gonna go over to them. And then also over here, Vietnam will get that all this from South China. And South China will retain all this. And that should be all from this episode. Don't think there were any more border issues. Not border issues, but border things. Yeah. Okay. So that will do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.